Welcome again to Staying Strong, Eating Well and Moving Better, Fitness and Longevity. I'm here with my wife Katrina in our kitchen, and Katrina is going to run you through this video. Do you want to tell the viewers what we're doing here?
Okay, so I'm Katrina, I'm 55. I weighed myself this morning, I'm 61.6 kgs. That's pretty much the same weight I was when I was 18, so I went up and down plus or minus 3 kgs, but throughout my life, I think I attribute to maintaining my weight, obviously because of my diet, even much more so than the actual exercise I did, even though I did always exercise throughout my life. Frank, how much do you weigh at the moment? And
I fluctuate between 78 to 80, around there. You know, that's me.
Yeah, and you're what age?
I'll be 70 in October.
Yeah.
If God will spare me.
Yeah. So obviously diet is really important, and I'm not here to tell you what and what not to eat, and we're just showing you what we do, and you're welcome to get some tips or even try some of this out. And my main reason actually for doing this is so that my own kids have a record,
And me.
yes, and my husband, of how to do the meals that we're normally used to, and they can look them up online at any time. But if it helps you, even better. So what we're doing today is we're going to look at preparing a cabbage. I know this is it seems like a simple thing, but cabbages are great, and we use them in quite a few of our meals for breakfast, or part of your lunch or tea or whatever. So it's quite versatile, very nutritious with plenty of fiber and rich in...
What does fibre do? Tell us about fibre, sure. Some people...
No, there's no need to do that, Frank, because you can look up anything online today, and we,
Okay.
We don't want to patronise anybody. They know this stuff, but...
I forget it sometimes.
Yeah, I know, but we'll crack on anyway. So, so let's just go for the cabbage, okay? So what I'm going to do, when I get a cabbage, I'm going to pull the big leaves off first before I chop up a cabbage. Otherwise it's a bit difficult. And then all I'm going to do, I'll chop at one end, and obviously this is quite hard. You need a bit of strength to do this. And then I'm going to chop the cabbage in half. Like that. You need quite a sharp knife. That's the other thing in the kitchen. And there's a lovely cabbage. By the way, I got this beautiful cabbage from the Urban Co-op in Limerick. They sell organic food. We don't always eat organic. We eat what we can. And obviously eating full organic can be quite heavy on the budget. But the more you can eat, the better. I'd say that's the premium level of eating. So, and when I chop, now I've got the half face down, and all I'm going to do is chop this now in thin strips by going along like that, and I'm showing Frank how to do this, and he's going to have a go at the next half. Yeah.
You can see this is scripted to death, lads.
Okay, so that's my first half, and then what I might actually do is chop down the middle just to shorten those strands a bit. Yeah, I'm not a chef. I'm just a regular person.
Good enough.
Who's done most of the cooking in our household. But look.
I do the breakfast.
Yeah, you do your own breakfast, but usually your cabbage is pre-prepared. And that's the trick, perhaps, guys, is doing some pre-preparation. You could do this at the beginning of the week, and then you can take servings of cabbage throughout the week. Have a go, Frank.
I was going to say I'd give some go there.
Yeah.
I will, first of all, anyway, I'm left-handed here. So this side or that side, which fella?
It doesn't matter too much. Right?
Yeah, him?
Yeah.
Nice and, I see.
Yeah.
Tough enough.
Yeah, that's right.
You keep it all on the board then, you do, or try.
I do, yeah.
How am I doing, look?
Yeah, that's not too bad.
A half an inch.
It. Thinner is actually better.
Is that 10 mil?
Yeah, but we cook this
I'd
fairly
be
quickly.
going after dropping half on the ground.
Yeah, never mind.
I did the old imperial measurements to see.
Thinner. That's too
Thinner,
thick now.
is it?
Yeah.
We would get away with it?
Look at mine. It's about half of
Finger
that.
everything,
See?
right, okay. Look, I'll try it. Oh,
Yeah.
no, I'll take the finger off myself now.
Yeah.
Look, right.
Don't cut.
Look,
your
I am.
fingers.
I'm on the ball. Look.
Yeah. That's
You
it.
are. Right. Right.
Yeah. And then chop that in half.
Hey, let me go the rest of it, shall
Okay, go on then.
Right. I'll see what it looks there. Okay, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it doesn't have to be perfect. That's the whole thing. Don't, you know, we're not doing it like chefs anyway. So
You know, if the YouTube becomes famous, there we could get onto some company to give us some decent knives. Shockingly, freaking love that.
yeah, I actually sharpened that knife, believe it or not.
Right.
Okay. Now cut down the middle like that, just so that your
And we are
strands
cut
aren't.
now,
Yeah,
is it?
yeah, that's it.
Right. Right. There we go. There we go. Right.
That's
Like
it.
that now. Here. Is it the same?
The middle, no, you're not doing
Mhm.
squares, you're just doing one cut down the middle, because there's a strand, well, some
Oh,
of them
right.
are, and I'm just slightly shortening my,
Down the middle.
yeah, once.
Right.
That's it.
Once. I have
Yeah.
to cut it twice. Please.
That's it, that's perfect.
All
Now, what we're going to do is we're going to wash this cabbage.
right.
So I'm going to put what we've got here into,
Oh, that good.
yeah, that's good,
Right.
in
And
there.
is
If
the sauce
there's some
always-
very thick bits, I don't put these big thick bits
The
in.
saucepan always that size.
Well, you need a big saucepan, all right. So I put that in there. Now, I may have put too much water in there.
You throw it up.
See, look, I'm throwing out these big, thick bits, okay?
Isn't that wasting, like?
Well, you won't eat it, I know you won't. Well, I suppose, I don't know.
Is it-
I
is
don't
it-
normally put
Just
those
one
bits in.
second. Is it harder to boil when it is this size and that size as opposed to thin strips?
Thin strips will boil quicker.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. And you don't want to, you know, boil it all up.
Right.
And just putting those bits in.
Right.
And then with these big leaves, which are the outer ones, which usually are darker, because it's got this thin middle bit here, I cut that out first, like that. I kind of fold them up, and then I roll that up actually, and then I chop again, like that. Sometimes I use this bit for a soup, a Portuguese soup, caldo verde, but today we throw the whole lot in here just for the sake of today's video.
Should be
Okay.
kept, lads, will she? Should be kept.
Okay.
I get a slap here on me.
No,
Go on,
thank
go on,
you.
go on.
So I brought my cabbage now over to the sink and I'm giving it a good wash, particularly because it's an organic cabbage. So make sure you wash this thoroughly. Okay. Actually, if it wasn't an organic cabbage, you still want to wash it thoroughly, because to get rid of as much pesticides from, or remaining remnants of pesticides as possible, by giving it a good wash. So I've done this, and I'm going to drain off this water. Sometimes it's easier to have a colander, especially when this is quite heavy. And I'm going to drain off this water. Like that. Oop. And I'm going to put this back. Some of these are a bit big, but look, we live and learn. I prefer mine cut thinner. There, and I'm going to now put fresh water, and I'm putting water to about just over half on that pan, that big pan, so otherwise it takes ages to boil, and besides the layers on top will cook with the steam. So let's take this over to here. I just moved this. I was pre-preparing this bolognaise sauce ahead of time as well. So that's the trick for those of you who haven't got much time, is find a time that you can dedicate to cooking and do sort of batch cook, and then you can freeze what you've cooked and you know, take it out in batches, and that saves you time. You don't have to be bringing out the pots and pans all the time. Right, so I got my heat on, I got this here, and my goal now is to cook this so that to the point that it's nice and bright green. I don't want it to go further than that, otherwise I'm going to lose most of my lovely vitamins that exist in cabbage. And cabbage is particularly high in potassium And potassium helps with reducing high blood pressure, which is quite an issue with a lot of people, especially as they're aging. Okay, it's got other good vitamins, vitamin K, folate, and the B vitamins, which are also very important. So, and obviously the fiber in cabbage is ideal as well. So, the reason I made the bolognese, by the way, is that me and Frank, we generally do not eat, this is nearly finished, bolognese with spaghetti. So to reduce our carbs, instead of spaghetti, we'll replace the spaghetti with cabbage. So we have cabbage with our bolognese on top and sprinkle a bit of cheese if you want. So that's another tip. I'll show you when this is cooked. So my water came to the boil, as you can see, look, the steam coming out. It's been a couple of minutes on the boil there, or probably 3 or 4. And what I do is I just give it I turn around so that the bottom layer is on top and the top layer is on bottom. And as you can see, it's quite vibrant color now, and I'm really not going to cook this much more than that, okay? I think most people kind of relate cabbage to that gray, soggy, khaki green color, which puts them off. But when you overcook it, you kill everything. You kill your vitamins. It's kind of renders, apart from the fiber, a bit useless to you nutrition wise. So let's then going to drain off this water. Okay, so I just put that there to catch any bits that fall out. I drain off most of the water. Like that, isn't it? Yeah. Leftover. And I'm just going to put this back here, switch off the heat. Yeah, I switched that off. And all I'm going to do is put a little drizzle of extra virgin olive oil. You could put a little bit of butter if you want. Just turn that around like that. And that's ready to eat. Or it cools down and put in the refrigerator and then taken out for another meal at a later stage.
So there we have it, guys. Cabbage with bolognese sauce as opposed to spaghetti with bolognese sauce. She was a lucky girl to get me. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. This is part of the Eating Well on the longevity project that we're up here. Please like and subscribe. Thank you very much for the support so far. I'm sure we have plenty more coming from the engine room of where longevity really is the foundation. Thank you very much.